or they try to.
Welcome to the Pittsburgh Business Version, where we interview successful business owners to educate the virgin segment of the population who are thinking about starting their own businesses. I'm your host, Brad Hilbert, president of Three Rivers Wealth Management Group.
Welcome back to Three Rivers Wealth Management Group's production of the Pittsburgh Business Virgin. We're here once again with Jason Capps, owner and chef of Sera Urban Trattoria, catering and event venue.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Great.
Jason, as we finish up today, the last question I have for you is three biggest mistakes. What do you think the three biggest mistakes you've made in your entrepreneurial career, and what advice do you have how to avoid those to all those other entrepreneurs out there
How much
watching
time
this?
do we have? Another hour?
They're just business virgins. Don't overwhelm. don't overwhelm them too
Don't
quick.
overwhelm.
Yeah.
They're just jumping in for the first time.
Well, I honestly, I probably have made every mistake at least once. I mean, truthfully, I think part of the it's a learning curve, and for me, and for anybody else out there, there's no. There's a lot of self-help books and business help books and so on, but there's nothing really that replaces getting out there and doing, opening a business, establishing EIN numbers, doing the whole process, corporation, S Corp, LLC, C Corp, sole proprietorship, the whole bit. And that's just like the first little step. So, I mean, as far as mistakes, I think, I can remember at one point letting ego get in the way of making some good business decisions. And I think that sometimes you have to park, they say sometimes you can't save your ass and your face at the same time, so if you could,
That's a good one.
yeah,
That's a really good one.
Sometimes saving your ass is more important than your face. And truthfully, and knowing when that time is to make that decision or cut bait, and just know that, looking, you always want to feel and look professional, like you've got your act together, and so that's an important trait. You can't let them see you sweat.
Fake it till you make it.
That's it. Another good one. A lot of good puns and similes going around. Another probable mistake that I've made is that work-life balance thing and not having perfected it. I feel like I've gotten to a point now where I understand it better. But having children and being in relationships and it's not
easy.
It's not easy. It's hard as hell, actually. And so on one hand, you're expected to be home for dinner at 5 o'clock, but yet the expectation is to make sure
if
there's
you do,
gas
the doors
in
are
the
going to close.
Yeah. I mean, if you
The bright side is you're a chef,
Yeah.
so if you don't get dinner, you can make your own.
exactly.
Yeah.
That is the one thing.
Yeah.
But I don't clean house very well, I guess, so it is a give and take. So no, I think finding that balance between your children. I've been to my father and daughter dance with my two girls, even this week, and done some really good quality time with them. And having looked back several years ago, realizing that all this stuff is only going to happen once.
Yeah.
They only learned to ride their bike once. I was there for that, when Lily got on the bike and I let her go and she made it. And, those things are
My
priceless.
son didn't make it, and I'm not allowed near him when he's on his bike at this point. So.
Should get him a dirt bike now. No, and so finding and being around for those sort of things, there is a time to put down, in my case, the knife, and spend some time with the
Sounds
kids.
a little scary. but
Yeah, sometimes it's putting down
the
the cell phone. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
laying on the couch watching TV with your kids versus texting and technology.
You're there, but
too.
not there, and they know it.
Yeah,
right.
and that's tough.
One
so,
at work, one at home, be at home.
Yeah, that's so.
Number three. What do you think? Number three is?
Getting overextended, I think, a little bit personally or financially. I mean, that's with sweat equity, time, dedicating. It's important for me, and it was at one time. I had like a revelation or a moment of clarity when I was realizing that an epiphany. There you go. I was just getting too far in too deep.
420 on the verbal.
Yeah, getting in too deep psychologically is a difficult habit to break. And true passionate people that are dedicated to their trade or their craft it's not hard to do. You can turn around and find yourself so engulfed in what you do every day that you can't see, the forest through the trees, so to speak. So I think, and I remember those days.
Consumes you a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Or a lot.
And for me now, when I go on vacation, which I do, and I've always managed to factor time to do things like vacations, but, a week out of a year or 2 weeks out of a year you've got 11 and a half other months. So I try to do something every quarter, every month, something personal, something fun. So that I don't burn out, and I don't ever want to reach that point again. But the worst case is health, or lack thereof, and in relationships that suffer as well. So again, and I think it all comes back to putting your head down, working hard, but at the same time, just taking stock, lifting your head up every once in a while, and taking stock in what you've accomplished, and take a pat on the back every once in a while, or give a pat on the back too to your staff. And I've got probably another 100 mistakes yet to make, and I'm sure I'll make them all.
Well, you gave us 3 awesome ones, and I really appreciate your time today.
My pleasure.
And,
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Anyway, as we
wrap it up, I guess we'll say bye for today. Jason, thank you very much. You can check out the entire interview at PittsburghBusinessVirgin.com. You can also check out Three Rivers Wealth Management Group at TRWMG.com. And make sure you also go see Jason down at Bella Sera Trattoria in Market Square.
He's Italian, folks, and he can't say it.
And check out BellaSeraPittsburgh.com where you get more information about Jason's businesses and upcoming events. So thank you very much, Jason.
My
Jason,
pleasure.
thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Does your investment company make you feel like a little fish in the big pond? Then join Three Rivers Wealth Management Group for a night of close encounters at PPG Aquarium on Thursday, July 22nd. Request your invitation and get more details at trwmg.com. Hurry, space is limited.